Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
And welcome back to the show. We are joined by Kristen Keller here once again. And by the way, I just got your email. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, sweetheart. Thank you. You're the owner of Pop a Drop with Kristen, which is an affiliate of APL Go, right?
Yep.
Do you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Let's see. So I am a mother of two teenage boys out in Boulder, Colorado. Also have a dog, a bird, a lizard, and a turtle. So we have and a husband. I guess I should probably mention him.
He's like, oh, yeah, me. He's like, I'm used to that.
So we live out here in Boulder, Colorado, originally from New Jersey, and he's from New York. So miss the East Coast quite a bit, actually. But yeah, I'm happy to be here again to talk a little bit about our plant DNA drops and just kind of how this all started.
Great. I want to hear more about them for sure. Of course, their ingredients and why each of these ingredients makes sense for this specific drop. So what is the drop? And before we go into that, could you just give us a quick little overview in a sense of what you mean when you say plant DNA drop?
Yeah, sure. So a rapid plant DNA drop, like it helps to think of a lozenge, like a hard candy. And these have been available in Europe for over 11 years now, and they're new to the US. So we're just 11 years behind Europe, but that's okay. We have them now. And when you suck on these drops, they taste delicious. They taste like candy, but everything is 100% absorbed into the bloodstream and it gets to work immediately. So that's the rapid part. And then the plant DNA comes from the fact that we found a way to actually extract the DNA of the plant, charge it with negative ions. And this is really a smart technology because as the DNA is going through our bloodstream, our DNA actually pulls what we need from that plant DNA and it regenerates and restores our cells. And we're the only ones that provide that direct to cell nutrition. And the other cool thing that I love to say, just with the plant DNA is that because of our technology and the delivery of it, there are no interactions with our drops and no side effects. So that's pretty unique.
Ooh, absolutely is. Continue. What else do you want to share about these drops?
Well, I thought that today maybe we could go into one of our most popular drops called Relax or RLX.
Okay.
And we have 17 drops total. And this just is one of our most popular ones. Basically, the ingredients in it, it's a combination that supports the ability for the body to achieve relaxation and mental calmness. And we have hundreds of testimonials on this drop, just as far as how it's helped with sleep and how it's helped with stress and anxiety. And I have my own personal story involving my son, but we can get to that later. So I thought we would just kind of go through this one drop out of the 17 that we have and look at what ingredients are in it.
Important.
And I guess why those were chosen to be in this drop.
Perfect. All right. So what do we have? And by the way, it's Relax, RLX. Thank you.
Yes. RLX. Yes. So I'd like to show you, so I'll tell you the ingredients first. So the ingredients in it are chamomile, Siberian ginseng, passion flower, ashwagandha, banana, and lettuce.
Wow.
I know, lettuce surprised me, but it's very interesting and we'll get into that. But before I go into each ingredient, I have to show this book, which is basically, and I have the blurry background. So
I can't see it. Yeah.
I know, darn. But it's called Potent Superfoods for Lifelong True Health. It's written by Mary Esther Gilbert. And this is basically my Bible that I go to whenever I'm kind of curious why an ingredient was included in a drop, or if I'm looking for a drop that might be good for something. This is just a fantastic resource, and it is where I went for a lot of the information that I'm going to share today. So with that, I guess
Well, let's
Right.
start with the first ingredient. Could you break it down to detail? And I think it was chamomile you mentioned, right?
Chamomile, yes, which I'm sure isn't a huge surprise to many people out there. I mean, we have chamomile tea, like everybody's pretty familiar with the calming effects of chamomile. But yes, I mean, it's been and something that is just, and I won't go into this, but something so fascinating about these ingredients, and I'll show you when we get to banana actually, is just the number of benefits they have beyond what's even in the straw. So it's just some of these ingredients will be found in several of the drops, like ashwagandha, but for different
Mm-hmm.
reasons. Um, the chamomile, yes, I mean, it's been found to help people who suffer from insomnia. Studies have shown that it can act as a mild sedative for mild anxiety cases. And it contains an amino acid called glycine, which has nerve relaxing actions. So while I said that's probably the most obvious one to include in here, yes, that is why.
All right, continue. Let's keep going there. So
Okay.
chamomile, and yeah, I know about the chamomile tea. And what was the next one? The Siberian ginseng.
Siberian ginseng, yes. So this specifically in the root of Siberian ginseng, it contains compounds that prevent the degenerative biological, chemical, and physical effects as a result of stress. So again, it has a very beneficial property when it comes to stress and keeping the body calm.
Okay, interesting.
Mhm.
I don't even know though, Siberian ginseng. I've never heard of it, to be honest with you, until you mentioned it.
Yeah,
Is it in a certain types of food that I should be aware of? Do you
it's
know?
the less common ginseng, and I wish I knew more about it beyond the properties that it brings, but I know it is not as common as the ginseng that we're used to.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. What
Yeah.
about the passion flower?
Yeah, so the passion flower has been used for a very long time. I love this one because it takes us back to like the ancient Mayans and Aztecs, who they would use it for its known calming and soothing effect on the nervous system. So they used it, and so they used it for the nervous system, and Native Americans would use it for insomnia, anxiety, and epilepsy, which is kind of interesting. So there's one of those extra things that was kind of thrown in there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so it's been used for a long time. And that's what's so cool about these botanicals too, is just that the benefits have been known for so long, but we're really harvesting those again and putting it into really effective products.
Mm.
Uh, in clinical trials, it's been shown to reduce anxiety and sedative effects. And let's see, and actually the effectiveness with insomnia was demonstrated in a double-blind placebo-controlled study where test subjects' sleep quality did improve.
Oh, good to know. We all can use
Yeah,
some sleep help.
right.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And by the way, I got to ask you about for the drops. What do they taste like?
Well, so this specific one tastes like banana.
Okay. Okay.
Uh-huh. So every drop has a different flavor and it tends to be fruity. Or we have one that tastes like cafe au lait. We have one that tastes like mint, but most of them are more fruity flavor.
Okay. Good to
Mm-hmm.
know. All right. So what
Yeah.
else is on our list?
Let's see. So we've got ashwagandha, and this is one of those that it's really in almost every single one of our drops because it has so many amazing properties. But for
Mm-hmm.
relax specifically, it's been shown to stabilize the body's physiological processes and decreasing cellular sensitivity to stress. So this is really working at the cellular level and that reaction to stress.
Mm,
And this is going to be a tough word for me to say here, but
okay.
acetylsterol contained in its roots also have stress relieving properties. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, so after COVID, this would be a really good drop for us. Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, we have so we have a better one for
Yeah.
COVID, but I believe ashwagandha is in that one also.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, yeah. So would you like me to continue on to banana?
Absolutely. Well, and now I know it's what it tastes like too. Uh-huh.
Well, yeah. So this one has the flavor of banana and the actual banana DNA.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I hate it that I don't know if people have seen, but like this is pages and pages of like this is full pages, 3 full pages
Okay.
of, oh, you can't see it. I'm sorry. But it's 3 full pages on the benefits of bananas, which I knew bananas were like the perfect fruit, but I had no idea just how much they do. But as far as like the specific things, so a banana contains B complexes that help to calm the nervous system.
Mm-hmm.
And something else it contains, which I didn't know, and this will sound familiar to everybody who has turkey on Thanksgiving, is it contains tryptophan.
Mm-hmm.
And so the tryptophan, which the body converts to serotonin,
Mm-hmm.
and then this is a hormone that helps to relax and improve your mood.
Mm-hmm.
And bananas apparently have been traditionally used for depression.
Mm-hmm.
And that is believed because of its carotenoids, phenolics, amine compounds, and vitamins, minerals, and so many other beneficial compounds that affect hormonal and brain activity. So, got a lot going on those bananas.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Now, just curious, like, what is the concentration of what you're getting in each? How does it work in the drop? In is it really like one drop?
Yeah, it's one drop. One drop. I mean, sometimes if there's a more acute situation, I mean, the nice thing is you can't overdose on these because they're just botanicals. So the nice thing is that if you, because some people are more sensitive than others, and if you need more than one, you can have two, you can have three, it's fine. You're not going to overdose. And the nice thing is that even if you start out with more than one at once,
Yeah.
then as your cells are regenerating and restoring, eventually you'll be able to go back to one just to
Yeah.
maintain,
Okay.
which is
Interesting.
really nice. Yeah.
All right. Now that other ingredient, lettuce, I was surprised to hear
Lettuce, I
lettuce.
know. I know. So that's another one that really surprised me when I first started this because I was like, lettuce. Like what would lettuce do? And it actually has a lot. So it contains the phytonutrient lactosin,
Mm-hmm.
which it has sedative activities,
Okay.
which has been shown in research studies. It contains vitamin B1,
Hmm.
which is very important in helping the body to handle stress. And it also contains vitamin B6, which is required for the body to produce the hormones serotonin and norepinephrine. And those influence the hormone melatonin, which we're all pretty familiar with melatonin, which then helps to regulate the body's sleep-wake cycles. So I know some people take, a melatonin supplement in pill form or whatever at night to help them sleep. What's nice is, this is going to actually help you create your own melatonin. So,
Awesome. Puts
mhm,
us to sleep naturally, not with
yeah.
any types of drugs that we shouldn't be
Yeah,
taking.
yeah, and it doesn't knock you out. It's not like a knock you out drop.
Mm-hmm.
It really is it just calms your mind. So it's kind of like when you have the racing thoughts and everything, it just calms your body and mind so you can drift off to sleep. But it's not, like you're gonna take it and just pass out right away. Uh,
Yeah.
so
All right. Good to know. And by the way, I know when we talked last week, your website, we got to remind everyone how to
oh
contact you.
right.
It's popadrop.com.
It's Papa
Papadrop
Drop with
with Kristen.
Kristen.com.
Perfect. Good.
Yes.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. All right. So
Uh-huh.
what else did you want to share about lettuce and then about the relax drop?
Yeah, well, nothing really about lettuce or, that's really all of the ingredients we went through them. But I
Okay.
think you could see how, with all of them having such positive characteristics that contribute to relaxation and,
Mm-hmm.
uh, just mood and calming, how they would come together in this little drop to be so
Mm-hmm.
effective. I do have some testimonials from that I could share
Yeah.
if that would
I'd
be of
love
interest. So,
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, and I have to say whenever I say this, that, this is not any medical claims, it's personal experiences that I have experienced or these people have experienced and shared with me. So first I mentioned my son earlier.
Yes.
So he is a teenager. He's now 18. Um, and there was one day when he came home from school and he was in the middle of an anxiety attack. He suffers from general anxiety and he came home and he was in the middle of an anxiety attack. And I always would feel so helpless. And honestly, I never understood anxiety because I have not dealt with it. Um, but you know, I wanted to help him. And so I just took one of these drops and I said, here, suck on this. And I walked away. And 20 minutes later, he came down and he was fine. He grabbed his tennis racket and he went back to school to go to tennis practice.
Okay.
And so now he carries those around with him so that if he starts feeling those feelings of anxiety coming up, then he'll like pop a drop or two, and hence the pop a drop with Kristen, but he'll pop a drop or two, and it helps. It helps to prevent it from getting to that level.
Wow.
So yeah. So that is one. And then the other one is my friend Susie. She actually takes it for sleep. So she doesn't take it before she goes to sleep. Her issue is more she wakes up really early, like 3, and then can't get back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So what she is, and this is great too, is you could kind of figure out what works best for you, right? So she'll get up, and when she wakes up at around 3, she'll suck on a drop and she gets back to sleep until around 7 or 8, which she would never do before. So she just loves it because she gets a few more hours of sleep every night, and just has her feeling better overall too.
Oh, amazing. And let me just ask you, like you mentioned, there's no specific amount that you could take. It's not hazardous. It's not. Tell me about the natural ingredients in the product itself.
That's in all of them, I guess is what you mean. So you have the sweeteners, which are the beetroot and molasses. Those are in every drop.
Okay.
And then those are really those, and the flavoring of the drop, whatever drop, in this case, banana. Those are the only other ingredients beyond the active ingredients that we just talked about.
Got it. And it's all natural. People would say, well, why do we choose you? What's so special about these drops compared to, again, this nutrition elsewhere? What would you say?
Right. Well, for one, it's 100% absorbable. So you're not taking a pill or a powder or something that when you take a pill, it can take days to go through your digestive system. And even once it does, you're not even absorbing probably even half of that. And then you eliminate the rest. And so you are not getting 100% of the nutrients that you need. These are also charged with those negative ions, which I know we touched a little bit on last time, which is that energy that surround us out in the environment. It's that good energy that we get from just being out in nature, by the beach, the waterfall, and the mountains, or just putting our toes in the grass. These are the good, they're called negative ions, but they're good, that really combat the positive ions that we face every day with the toxins and pollution in the air, and with our cell phones and our computers. Like, those are all positive ions. So having those charge this DNA, I mean, you're getting not just the benefits of the botanicals delivered directly to your cells, and your cells pulling what they specifically need, what you as an individual need, but you're getting those benefits from those negative ions as well.
Wow. All right.
And they taste good. So,
do they?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And let's remind everyone how they can reach out to you, please.
Sure. So I would say probably the best way at this point, there's a site if you'd like a sample, and that site would be www.popadropsample.com. That's a great way to reach out to me, because then I'll be in contact, and whether you want a sample or not, we could answer whatever questions you have.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And again, Kristen Keller joining us here. Is there, could you tell us the price point of these? Is it something that's affordable?
Oh, yes. This drop in particular is very affordable. I think I've mentioned before, I don't charge any of my customers retail price. For retail, it's $50 for a box of 30. But I sell it for wholesale, which is $25 for a box of 30. So that's less than $1 per drop.
Awesome. All right. Well, let me ask you. So now, you mentioned Braden's experience and story, and your friend and your own. Does your husband use them?
He has a couple of times, specifically for sleep. He does have a little bit of trouble falling asleep at night. So yeah, when he's having more trouble, We'll try
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Is there, the whole stress thing, right? Everyone's anxiety, stress increased. We talked about that with COVID
Mhm.
and the pandemic. So these can
Mhm.
help calm the chamomile's calming, right? Is that the word I'm
Right.
looking for?
Right. Calming. That's exactly it. It just, and it's like your body and your mind. It just calms you.
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
also, if you go to the website again, Papa Drop with Kristen, it brings you right to the page and it talks about the manufacturer and, of course, all that they're doing. Let me ask you, the technology they use, it's SA, what is it called? Accumulate SA.
Accumulate essay. Yes.
Yes. What is that?
So that's that whole procedure or technique that they've come up with to extract the DNA. And then the way that they get the negative ions in there, because what's such a powerful source of negative ions in nature is lightning. But as soon as you pick the plant, then a lot of the nutrients and the negative ions and everything just start to dwindle and go away. So what they do is they extract the DNA and then they charge it. They put it into a little chamber where they safely mimic lightning, or they create their own lightning in a safe way and
Mm-hmm.
charge the plant DNA that way. And so
Oh,
it's basically that process. And then they put it into this, little yummy drop
awesome.
that we suck on.
And are you guys working on beauty products or something? What else is the company
Yes,
doing?
we also have skincare.
Skincare? Mm-hmm.
Yes, we also have skincare, which uses that same technology. And that means so it's with the negative ions in the plant DNA, and we have 10 products in our skincare line. It's a European luxury line, all natural, nothing bad in it. No artificial fragrances or anything. And what's so great is it uses our technology, it works on any skin type. So whether you are oily, combination dry, super sensitive, this skincare works with your skin to give it what it needs.
Got it. All right,
Mhm.
good. And we keep saying the word drop. The drops are not like drops in a bottle, like a
No,
drop,
no, no,
right?
no, no.
They're
I
in
know
it.
it's
They're in the container. How do you take them physically? Could you explain what they look like?
oh that so they are I wish I should have brought one with me. They're just a little like a lozenge. Like if you looked like a cough drop or something, they look like that.
Yeah.
And you
And
suck on them like a cough drop, but they taste a heck of a lot better than a cough drop.
got it. You
Like they
suck on
taste
it. You
like
could
a
bite it. It squishes out.
huh?
If you bite it, it squishes out.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, no, it won't squish
Or
out.
no.
It's
So
just
is it
it's
more
all
like,
hard. There's no
okay.
juice inside it or anything.
Okay. So
It's
it's
all hard candy. It'd be like a lollipop all through, like that sort of texture. And yeah, and kids love them. Like
mm-hmm.
kids love them.
Yeah, my
So
kids
I
don't
mean,
like taking vitamins at all. They can't stand the
no.
taste of these chewable things, but these are good.
Yeah, no, these are really good. And even my son who's 16, like he has, once you get a capsule that's too large, he just has a immediate gag reflex and can't even take them.
Oh
So
my
these have
gosh.
kind of been a godsend for us too.
Wow, amazing. And how long
Yeah.
have you been doing? How did you discover this product, by the way?
So I discovered it during COVID when I was, I was already going through a health journey, and I had a friend who knew that. And she had started working with this company and reached out to me and said, hey, I know you're going through this health journey and I think you'd really love these products. And so I said, sure, send me some samples. I'll give them a try. And I saw what they did, just with samples. I just saw what they did for my kids and for me. And yeah, rest is kind of history. I was just kind of like, well, I have to be a part of this. I
Hmm.
have to share this not with just my family, but with other people. And I know we talked about this last time, but this was after being in high tech public relations for more than 20 years. So a little bit of a pivot, but I'm just so happy now because this is so fulfilling, just helping people feel better every day.
And you also are recruiting people to work for the company too, right? That's part of it.
Yes,
It's a great business.
yes,
You can work at home, flexible hours.
yes.
I know those great perks. How are we doing towards that cruise?
Oh, I'm 4 points away.
And
Four
what
points.
does that mean in hindsight of how, like, does that go by sales about like how many
Uh,
you sell, or does it go by clients you sign up? So we
it's
know.
people who join my team. Yes. So it's people who join my team, or it can be my personal purchases, but I'm really going for people who join my team. And we have a fantastic team forming. And yes, I mean, it's really anybody who likes would love a supportive team all the way to the top. Like, I'm not far from the top. So if you join now, you're in a really good position of this company that is just kicking off in the US. The compensation plan is insane. We have 10 ways to make money. I've never seen anything like it. And I mean, you're helping people. And yeah, like you said, you can work from home, but you can also work from the beach if you wanted. You know, you could go wherever you want anytime and still be able to do this.
Ah, awesome. And if we want to reach out to you, please remind us how we could do that again, Kristen.
Sure. Just go to popadropsample.com.
Perfect.
And you'll fill out a little form there, and I will be in touch with you.
Awesome. And on social media, can we find you?
Yes, on Facebook, I have a group called just Pop a Drop with Kristen.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining us and being here. And thank you for those very specific notes. It's great to break down exactly what's in each and every drop like this. And by the way, I also read there's going to be another drop really soon. Could you tell us a little bit about that? Or that's still a secret?
Yes. No, it's not a secret. And I'm so excited about it. It's going to attack visceral fat. So I'm really excited because it's not just your typical weight loss product, but it's going to really attack that very dangerous visceral fat that surrounds your organs. And I just love that.
Beautiful. Thank you again, Kristen Keller. We appreciate you. Have a great day.
Thank
to all of our
you.
listeners, thank you. Stay tuned where the show is on the way.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, I mean, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.